The disrespect is always so loud and prominent when it comes to Anthony Davis, as he wasn't voted as one of the finalists for Defensive Player of the Year, and Anthony Davis had some words to say about it. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything that we have for you for today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 75% of you guys who've recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet, and if you guys want more of that, like news, like reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss any of it. And with the playoffs in full swing, guys, you guys want to make sure you subscribe to the channel so you guys do not miss any of the updates. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into today's topics, as this one really irks me, as AD was robbed. So, Anthony Davis was not listed as one of the finalists for Defensive Player of the Year, as they recently just came out with it, as Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, and Bam Adebayo are the three finalists they have for Defensive Player of the Year, and Anthony Davis is nowhere to be seen. So they asked AD about it before the Denver Nuggets game on Game 2, and then this is a little bit what he said. And he said, "I'll never get it. The league doesn't like me. I'm the best a defensive player in the league. I can switch 1 through 5. I can guard the pick and roll. I'm the best big in the league from a big standpoint. I can block shots. I rebound." So Anthony Davis is letting it be known that he is the best defensive player out there, but the rest of the league doesn't seem to care, as for a matter of fact. And Anthony Davis, it has really kind of been an annoying thing, as for so many years, for so long, people always made the argument about Anthony Davis not winning the Defensive Player of the Year because of the amount of games he played. Well, check that again. He had 76 games played this year, and he is nowhere to be seen on the Defensive Player finalists. So it kind of makes you wonder how the league is really getting these votes, and all these people who are these writers and journalists who are supposed to be writing about these stories and watching these games, they're not noticing what's going on in LA with Anthony Davis and his defensive capabilities. And AD also went along to say a little bit more about it, and saying that how we can switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, can break up a lob, guard the post, guard a pin down, whatever defensively is available, he can do. And so his Anthony Davis just laying it on, just anything you need him to do on the defensive side of the basketball, he can do that. So whether that is containing a point guard on a pick and roll, or being the low man, or being a guy who can play the passing lanes, or being a guy guarding the post, as which he's done at different points. So so many different things that he can do. And also rebound, because that is a huge part about defense, is finishing out the possession and cleaning glass and getting that rebound. And he was one of the league leaders in rebounding this season, but not good enough to show for it, I guess. But just to let you guys know how annoyed I am about this, so I'm just bring up some stats of comparison between probably the favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Davis, and how they stack up next to each other. Anthony Davis was second in blocks, second in rebounds, third in contested shots, fourth in contested threes, because Rudy Gobert doesn't really contest threes out there. Anthony Davis will switch out to your perimeter player and contest him. And he was in the 96th percentile in guarding post-ups. So AD definitely has more stats and accolades than Rudy Gobert, but because Rudy Gobert was part of the number one team defense, and then because of their record, apparently, because they finished third in the Western Conference, that is a reason why people are putting in Rudy Gobert. But you can't make that same argument and have Victor Wembanyama as one of your Defensive Player of the Years. Granted, this guy is a great defensive player, and he will probably win that award many times down the line, but that team didn't win anything. They didn't win more than 20 games, I don't think. So to make that argument that the Lakers don't have enough wins, and even with the Miami Heat, where you have Bam Adebayo, I think they had finished 10 games over 500. The Lakers finished 12 games, so they had a better record than the Heat. So it's not about the record. It's not about the amount of games played. So what is it with Anthony Davis? Maybe he is right. Maybe the league doesn't like him, or doesn't understand the value he has on the defensive side of the ball, because there is so many Laker games that you see. If Anthony Davis is not on the floor, Laker defense is essentially non-existent. It is not the same from where he plays and from when he doesn't. So his impact just on that alone should have him in that finalist conversation, but he is nowhere to be found, and he did all the things that he wanted all these other people were talking about for him to do. So that was play the amount of games and also be consistent, and that's what he was this season. And for some reason, Anthony Davis is nowhere to be found. And so that kind of leads me to my next point here, as the Lakers are still in the middle of a playoff series, and Anthony Davis is just more concerned about team accomplishment. So he is trying to get the Lakers where they need to be at the end of the year. So I'm talking about here a little bit about adjustments that needs to be made probably for game 2, and that probably starts with Anthony Davis more guarding Nikola Jokic. So Anthony Davis did not spend too much time on Nikola Jokic, as just the Lakers' game plan is they had Rui Hachimura for a large parts of it guard him at some points, even LeBron James picking him up a little bit. And then also the Lakers were sending a lot of double teams Jokic's way early, and then also a lot of times they were trying to get him out his rhythm and do different things, but they didn't have Anthony Davis on him too much because they wanted Anthony Davis the ability to roam, to stop that lob coming in with Aaron Gordon, where he likes to come in from the dunker spot. So they had him deployed in different spots. But a lot of people are now asking, should Anthony Davis just be the primary guy on Jokic and then just have the chips fall where they may? As Anthony Davis can stop a lot of actions that Nikola Jokic does. But the thing that Nikola Jokic has an advantage on him, and mostly everybody in the league, is this dude is a big dude. So anytime he has Anthony Davis in him, he'll just back straight into his chest and then toss in one of those floaters or hooks that he has with either hand, because he is very good and adept at doing that. So that's a way that he can beat Anthony Davis, but that's just because Jokic is an all-time great. But Anthony Davis has stepped up his game when it comes to guarding Nikola Jokic. He had a big block late in the last game, and then just different things that he's able to do, not only from being able to block that hook shot that he does, but also being able to bother his dribble down low, because Anthony Davis also has very good hands. He gets a lot of steals, which he also doesn't get credit for. So there's a lot of things that Anthony Davis can do that can muck up what Nikola Jokic is trying to do for the Denver Nuggets and their entire offense. But my point being, so that without Anthony Davis, none of this is truly possible. And to think that this guy once again won't win Defensive Player of the Year, and that's probably he's probably going to go down as one of the players, as to be regarded as one of the best defensive players to never win that award, which is insane to see, because he is a guy that has guarded so many positions throughout his career. He's a guy widely regarded as one of the best defensive players in the league, but he never wins the award. It makes no sense to me, and they just got to figure out a way to fix that, really, because there's no excuses for Anthony Davis not being just a finalist even in this Defensive Player of the Year voting, or just any of these other Defensive Player of the Years just not winning just for some strange reason. So hopefully the Lakers can possibly make these adjustments when it comes to a time for game 2, but we'll see if the Lakers are able to make up that ground and hopefully tie that series here 1-1. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys comment down below. Do you think Anthony Davis deserves a Defensive Player of the Year award? Or are you just more in what the league is suggesting and think Rudy Gobert should win it for some reason? Or also leave a comment down there if you believe the Lakers should make that adjustment of putting Anthony Davis on Jokic a little bit more to disrupt some of the things he does. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.